Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. Today I'm working on the same Druchii character that I've been working on the past few days. He is almost done. I've only got these, let's see, the cloak, it's mostly his accessories. The cloak, the big sword, the two little daggers, and these little gems on his armor. And that's all I really have to do other than putting in the simple background. So I don't think it'll take very long to finish all that. So I'll probably also, during the stream, have, hopefully my Photoshop can handle it, but what I did for the first 6 characters that I did for this commission, because the total 10 characters were actually commissioned by 2 different people. So the first 6 I put into a large image together with all 6 of them standing together. So for this one I wanted to do the same thing and have all 4 characters that were commissioned by this person together, and then I thought maybe I could also put all of them together, all 10 together, into one final big image, big long image. But I don't know how my computer will handle it with OBS running, with my streaming software running at the same time, because these files are really huge. Like, they're just like, in the most basic way, huge. So if I zoom in all the way, like this is 100%, and this is, so this picture is just gigantic, and then there's 4 of them. So I don't know how my computer would handle doing streaming at the same time, but since I have nothing else that I want to work on today, I think I'm going to try it. But before that, I have to get this guy done. So the next layer to work on is the cloak. It's a pretty simple layer, but since it's so big, I'm going to make a new layer for the shading. Make the new layer and then group it to the cloak so that it will, I can color only where the cloak is, and copy the color and choose a shadow color. So I need to go really big with my brush right now, because most of this cloak is going to be in shadow. It's going to be, it's curving off of his back, and you can see his neck thing is like circular, so the cloak is going to be circular back here, which means that it should be mostly in shadow. And then here where it is hitting the ground will definitely be in shadow. In fact, I'm just going to go all the way, and then I will taper it back when I zoom in. This area is so big, my Photoshop is lagging a little bit trying to deal with it. I don't like this line. I want it to be a little closer to that one. Yeah, that's better. And maybe, let's see, maybe there would be a little shadow right there. No, I don't like that. A little one right there. Something about the angle of that I don't like. No. Huh. Nope, nope, nope. I'm not liking it. Maybe I just want that to come out. I guess that what I'm wanting is this little triangle to be completely in shadow right here. I think I do like this better now. And by having this in shadow, it helps these reds pop more. And they're supposed to be in front of this, logically. So I need them to stand out a little bit more. And let's do something similar over here, though I can't go all the way to these reds because this, I think, will be getting some light, catching some light. Although if it really is curving around, so it's tough because right here it's going to be curving a lot. The cloak is going to be curving a lot at the top, but down here it sort of flattens out. I think that's why I like this look right here, with it tapering. The shadow is closer to the edge of the cloak here, but catches more light towards the bottom. I definitely don't want to do it all the way. At the very least, the edge will be catching light, so I've got to keep that. Oops. No, stop that. I don't want it to pop up. I swipe my hand all the way down my tablet and Windows thinks I'm trying to look at a preview. Yeah, I think that's good. So don't need to do too much with this color, but I want to come in here clean this up a little bit. Just want it to follow these black lines. My voice is still groggy. I had to take another nap today. I got more sleep overnight, but it still wasn't as much as I need to have a productive day. But instead of having to take a whole morning long nap, I only needed half an hour. I was able to stay awake, and then I was like, I can't do it, I can't do it. Set my alarm for half an hour later so I could get ready to stream. Now I'm going to do a darker color. This inside part's going to be super dark. But this dark color is now here. To give even more definition to these folds that are indicated by the black lines. I'm not liking that. How's that? How's that? I guess I don't like this third line. I don't want it to come all the way down. Because right now this is really dark. And unlike all the other characters, these robes, this cloth part of his armor that's underneath the metal protective part, is actually darker. Like it was actually described as a darker color than the cloak. So by bringing the shadow all the way down, so what I don't want to do is have the shadow be touching here, touching this. Because right now there's a good contrast so you can see the difference between what is cloak and what is robe. So when I had it all the way down, it was sort of blending in, especially since these colors are so close to one another. One was just described as crimson and the other one was dark crimson, so they're not very different at all. Let's see. I think that's actually pretty good. Maybe the only thing, I'll add a little line under here where it's touching the ground, where the fabric is folding out towards the back as it hits the ground. Just put a little shadow right there. let's save this real quick. I think I'm done with this layer. Ah, my voice is still so groggy. I wonder... Still, I'm kind of liking the velvety look. By not doing highlights, it gives it that more velvet, non-reflective look. But maybe if I just did something on this edge to indicate, and then also to set it apart as a fabric from this. Maybe if I did something, let's get a new layer. Highlighting layer and group it. I always spell highlighting wrong because I'm typing so fast. Doesn't matter, it just needs to be something that I know what the heck the layer is. So how about get a lighter color, but not too light, just slightly lighter, so that it's not going to be some crazy highlight. And then just do, I don't like that, I need it, then that, something like that. Okay, I gotta zoom out a little bit after all. I need to be able to make the full stroke with one hand. Ooh, no, that's awful. Follow the line, follow the line. Whee! I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. Maybe if I make it even bigger than that. Blech. Maybe I just make it back here. Not that. Because this is facing straight up. So it makes sense that this would be really bright. And nobody's going to notice this little corner, but maybe that's just where I should do it. Zoom out. Okay, let's save real quick again. It was just one little change, but whew. Now this layer is called scabbards, but it's only the dagger scabbards. Definitely gonna give it its own shading layer. Group it. Gotta zoom in. So even though technically this layer is really simple, it's just two gray lines, it's got a lot of hardware to deal with, so that's why I need the extra shading layer, so that if I don't like how something is, I can easily... Oh, I copied the color but didn't choose a darker one. There. So I can easily change it or work with it to get exactly what I want. So actually, let's, instead of that, let's do my favorite trick. Click, hold down Shift, and then click where you want the shadow to end. Very nice. I'll erase out some of this to give these depth. Erase out the circles. Now, since the light's coming from over here, I'm gonna give these little things a little bit something, a little bit of shadow for them, maybe a little bit right there too. So I meant these to be straps holding, somehow holding They somehow connect. There's so much going on here that I decided not to get too detailed with the logistics, I guess you could call it, of these daggers, because then it would just, it'd either muddy the whole area so you couldn't tell what was going on at all, or it would be so, it would like be bringing attention to an area that doesn't need special attention. I'll just go like that. Oh, nope, I did a little too high. Yeah, that's good. Okay, same thing here. Race out those. There's only one visible here. Oh, but look at this. Missed the spot. There. Okay, we'll do the same thing on this little strap. I'm wondering if this should be... Oh, I will give it a little shadow here too, to show that this little metal piece is also casting a shadow. So let's do the same thing here, a little cast shadow from this, because this is sticking out way far from this one. Maybe a little bit here too. That's good for the first shadow color. Let's get an even darker shadow color. Do a little bit of extra. So like right here. And here where this shadow comes into this darker. So it's like there's two shadows being made. Shadow from this curving down and then shadow this way from this casting a shadow. And do the same thing on this, right here. Oh wait, I got in there. I don't want to get in there. Yay! Oh, let's do this little diamond thingy. That gets a shadow. We'll leave that. This gets a shadow on this little piece of hardware. Oops, I don't want it to be big down there. Bigger on the side. And up here, shadow for these areas. A little shadow under here. Now, yeah, all these areas are going really fast because they're so small. Highlighting, group it, and select the light color and select an even lighter color. So I imagine these are like some sort of shiny material because they're supposed to be, I can't remember, it was like ceremonial or anyway, they're not meant for fighting, these swords, according to the character description. They are a show of rank. They're a show of his noble status. So, I imagine they have a nice, shiny sort of texture to them. So I'm picking a really bright color. Let's see, hopefully... I don't know if I should do it up here, closer to the shadow. I'm not using my shift trick here, because the thing with the shift trick is that it doesn't give you that look like a, with tapering tips on the edge of your line. think that's good placement. Oh god, that was awful. Oh no. Okay, I need it to be straighter than that. In fact, I'm gonna... Okay, there is a way to get that done. Use the pen tool. So, choose pen, and then you choose the end. And then, I think that's pretty good. So then what you do is choose... Wait, actually, just right-click. Hi, Demonocron. Thanks for joining me again. Yeah, it works. But, like I said, it doesn't do the tapered ends of the lines. So I'm going to do this stroke and simulate pressure. Blech, I don't like it though. Need to make the pen smaller. Okay, first make the pen smaller. 5 pixels. That's probably better. And undo that. Oops, I need to be on the pen tool. Oh, where was it? Stroke, simulate. There. And I just delete it. There. Yay! So yeah, I used the shift to do this line because it didn't really matter, this big one along the bottom, because it goes into this lighter color. So I didn't need the edges to be, the ends to be tapered, but I didn't want it, I want it to look more, no, I don't know what the word is. But yeah, this is the look I was going for. Yeah, that's more like what I wanted. No, let's make it a little bit higher. Just a little bit higher. Control and move this. And stroke, go. So yeah, I had this coming behind here. In fact, I think I should have made it go further. So control, so I wanted to bring this all the way back so that the highlight is without regard to the fact that this is right here, because that is in front of this, so the highlight should not be affected by it. There, yay! Okay, then I also need to do a little shine on these buttons. Okay, back to the pen. Do this one. I'm going to start it a little farther out, just with the idea that maybe this is blocking it a little bit and not allowing the highlight to go as far. Oh no, I held down. What's that? Okay, I think that's good. Okay. Stroke, go. And delete. Yeah, good. And get this. Although I think if the other one's being blocked by that, if this is being blocked a little bit by this, then this is probably also being hindered. So I'm just going to give it a little tiny dot. Now, I think I'm just going to leave this be back here, because maybe some light would be hitting it, but there's no reason It's behind all this other stuff. It's behind his arm, it's behind his sword here. There's no reason to bring attention to it. So I'm just going to leave that. So that's good for this scabbard layer. Just the dagger scabbards. Now to this metal part. Make another layer and group it. Okay, and right, shading. Shading. I think I'm just going to do one shadow color instead of the two that I have been frequently doing. Because there's so little of this and it's such a small part of the overall picture. There's no need to get so complicated with it. So I'm just going to make it a darker shade color than I would normally do for than I would normally do as opposed to when I use two shadow pillars. I'm going to do the shift thing here too because it's just so convenient. Oh no. Oh hey, that was cool though. Ah, it's not working. Oh, because I know. I'm so silly. Because the brush is so small. Wait, that can't be right. It's not that small. Okay, click on it. Press shift. Yeah, that's weird. It is doing highlight. I mean, highlight. Blah. It's tapering it. It didn't do that earlier. Strange. Well, whatever. Looks good. Okay, I was gonna do a little bit too big of a brush. Right there. As if this strap is casting a little shadow. And then I also need to follow this line. Now, I've been thinking about what... Wait, you know what? I bet I know why, because I used my mouse before I'm figuring things out. Okay, anyway. Okay, there, haha, although that does not match. Up we go. Close enough. Now for this, I've been thinking about whether I should do it just straight across or sort of do like a triangle shaped shadow right here, and then I could do a triangle here of highlight. And now that I'm saying it, I think that sounds good. Oops. I'm gonna follow my own lines here. Okay, right here, I'm just gonna put this whole dang thing in shadow because of this big thing. Thing. They're all things. So the shadow here is probably coming along here and down like this. Good. And follow there too. is another one of those areas where I just made this shape up. I didn't have any reference for it in the real world. So I'm just trying to imagine what the shadows probably do if it was a real 3D thing. And hopefully my estimations make it look realistic enough. Same triangle thing here. And that thing is just all in shadow. Alright, how's that? Oh, I didn't do this side. Haha. I missed this side. Whee! That's probably good. Now, how should I do this? So I've got this coming down on this one, but I don't think I should do as much. Maybe just like that, or maybe a little more. Oh, I know. This should probably be in shadow here. Because this is going to be in shadow. This is probably sticking out from it. Probably comes out from here. Oh, thank you, Demonocron. Should I keep calling you Demonocron, or do you want me to call you something shorter? It's up to you. I need a nice bright color for the highlighting. Highlight layer. Ooh, but I missed this little gem. Get that. Some shadow from that. Okay, back to highlighting. Not that I started it yet, but back to the layer. Let's get that going. Yay! I like it. Let me just do a little highlight right here to match. It's a little brighter, it's a little wider, but that's fine. Oh no, not right there. No, 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 no. Maybe if I tilt my tablet. I don't know. I'm not liking that. Ooh. What's that? So close to what I want. Tailor it so that it matches. Yay. Stick with that. Now, highlight on here. I'm gonna try something. Bleh, 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 bleh. I see. You can get it to taper the lines using the pressure sensitivity, but it doesn't evenly do it from this end to this end. It's like, unless you can hit it at the same pressure from on this side to that side. Interesting. That's pretty close. Let's just do that. I guess that's fine. Man, I do really like how this triangle turned out, or the triangle shading and highlighting on this diamond shape. I'm glad I went with that. So I'm thinking now whether I should do, I probably should do some highlighting back here. Oh, and I guess I should do some here too. Where would be good? Right here? Blah! No. Should I do it along there, or should I maybe do like that? No, I don't like that either. Maybe there? Maybe if it follows this bottom line more. Actually, I think I just don't want a highlight on that. It's just like conflicting with this other stuff that's in this little area, because there's so much going on in this area. So I just won't do a highlight right there. It's like visually too much. No, that's too high. Let's just right there. Maybe let's just kind of do a little small one. And here I think, yeah, I think I like that for back here where I'm trying not to do too much highlight either. Instead of doing the full, because like this end of this dagger is just right out in the sunlight. There's nothing blocking it really, except for maybe this, I don't know. But over here, these highlights could be blocked by the arm, by the body, by the sword. I'm trying to keep them in check. Let's save. I think I'm done with the metal layer. No. Yeah, let's do another layer for this too, instead of just locking the pixels. Oops, I didn't even click on the dang button. Select color, and like the metal layer, I'm just going to do a one single. This is such a small area of the overall drawing. And use shift, but let's make a brush bigger. Shift to bring it over. Oops. If you can hear any meowing, that's Kiba, my cat. I still think he hears me talking, and he wonders if I'm trying to talk to him. Okay, I wanted to give these wraps right here a little bit of definition. Give them some depth here. Keep us still meowing. I'm meow meow meowing. Meow. That last meow was me. What's that? I don't think I missed anything that I wanted to get. That was super simple. Highlight layer. Copy the color. And I don't think this is going to be very, not the shiniest of materials. So I don't want to go too bright. And maybe back here with the same logic as the other layers, I'm not going to do any highlighting. Just save it for this really exposed. I don't want it to go down into the shadow though. Yeah, I think that's good. Just a little bit. Giving it some depth so that it doesn't look completely smooth. Save. Okay. Now, the sword scabbard. Considering whether I should just lock the pixels. I think I'll make a new layer, because even though it is just one straight stroke of dark color, there's still all these little curvy areas that are going to need their own little special shadows in here. These will be casting some shadows, so that makes it more complicated. Copy the color. Maybe since this is a much larger area than these two daggers, I will give it 2 different shades of shadow. So how should I do this though? The way this is angled, I gotta think about this, because the sun, the light source is coming from top left and in front of the character. So the way that is, plus, it's like this sword is at the exact same angle as the light source. So I'm thinking about where would even be catching some light. It's kind of tough. Plus, is he holding it? Yeah, I guess he's holding it straight out. It's not receding into the background at all. So I guess that makes it a little easier. I'm just going to start with the shift shading. And I'm gonna do it at an angle with the idea that maybe here where it's closer to his body, it's not catching as much light, but as it comes farther away from his body, there's not as much blocking the light. So it's getting a little bit like right here. I'm just gonna do, it won't be too much shadow cast right here, but I just want to do a little bit. Now I think I should already move on to, but I think I don't want to mess with this. I'm going to make a second shading layer. So that I don't have to mess with this color at all. Or if I end up wanting to mess with it, I will be perfectly free to do so. Let's get an even darker color. It's interesting how in the color picker, it just all looks black to me. Like all the colors look black. The only reason I know they're not all black is because I can see where they are on the little color map. But then, once I start actually coloring my picture with them, I can tell right away that they're different shades. So I want these things to all be casting shadows. Their own little shadows. So dark though, it's hardly, you can hardly even tell the difference between the black ink. Okay, this thing. Well, I was thinking maybe I would do one dark line, like from here to here. Maybe use the pen tool again. But let me see how big the brush is. Oh, that's not bad. Actually, I'm thinking a little bigger than that. Okay. Pen tool, and maybe like just where his armor and his body might still be casting a deeper shadow. Let's just see. Actually, I want to bring this. Control and grab. I'm going to bring this way the heck up here. So I want the tapering to start way higher. You can hardly tell it's there, but I think that's what I was thinking in my head. I'm thinking about whether I should do that anywhere else. Like maybe along the top, or well, it won't hurt to try. Let's just try it. What if I have it come all the way down here? I think I'm liking the idea. If I use an even bigger brush. Really nice big brush. And do it more towards the middle. Let's see what that looks like. Probably going to end up covering the shadows that I made, but if the overall effect is what I'm looking for, then I don't mind. Oops, gotta delete the path. Delete. Okay, I do think it's getting there. What I want now, though, is for it to... I'm gonna start... Let's see, let's make this smaller. Click and shift and click. Click. Here. I want it thicker up here. Taper way the heck down there, so let's do one more. Ooh. Yeah, I think I like that. Save. Save it. Now, because of the angle of the sword, how it's like exactly in line with the angle of the light source, how I've been imagining it, I'm not going to put any highlighting on it. There's just not anywhere I think that it would be catching such strong light. There's not a single part of this dark part. It's like the light would all be flowing past it and none of it would really be hitting and bouncing off. At least not so that I feel it needs a highlight to indicate that. So now time for this gold metal, and I'm glad I like this gold, and I always imagined it. I always imagined this sword being gold. So I'm happy that I think it looks good. Shadow color. Now this, I don't know if I should do. Copy the color, close it, and open it so I can see it down here. I might just do one shadow color. Ah, but since it's gold, I want it to be really shiny. I know. Okay, I'll start with this. I know what I'm gonna do. Let's see. First, let's just follow. Oh, shoot. Shoot, 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 shoot. I forgot to make a new layer. That doesn't really work like I thought it would. Just color it in by hand. So I want it to curve with this. Oh, that's such a tiny little eraser. Oh, so I'm erasing this away, but let me think here. There might be something like something along the bottom, actually. Let's put that in right there. Okay, Now I need the small eraser again. Smaller eraser. Right here I think it'll be brighter. Let's erase away right here. And the same thing on this layer. Oh! No. Actually, let's erase more right here. Okay, I think that's good. Ooh. Let me get these little dots. Some shadow for them. Down here too. And a little bit cast by this jewel. Okay, good. I think that's good. Hit these little things before I forget. Now here, this is probably in a lot of shadow just because of the hand and the arm blocking it. I'm just going to fill that completely in. Now here, let's just do click and click. Okay, I'm going to fill these all the way in and then I'm going to erase away. Now this little jewel eye is a little shadow, and where the nose and the mouth are carved. Let's make that. Ooh. Need a smaller brush to fit in here. And just fill in this whole bottom jaw. Yeah, I think I like that better. Okay, back here, I think I can just do click, hold down shift. Okay, that's good. I've got all these lines in here, sort of like scales or something. So I think I'm gonna work with those a little bit to show that they're like engraved. And I'll do some more that have nothing to do with the line art, or they're not following the line art. I don't know what to do with this part? It's hard to imagine what these shapes are meant to be in 3 dimensions. Because I only drew it from imagination and I put it into 2 dimensions with my drawing. Alright, I think that's working. That's working. Yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Good. Good, good. Maybe a little bit more. Not done, but I want to save real quick. Getting so close to done. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is a secondary shadow color. And that's to make this look really shiny, so I'm gonna make its own layer. Shading 2. Group that one and start at the bottom again. Oops, not that far. So I'm gonna do that trick that makes stuff look super like metallic. Oops. Doing a really dark shadow in between the middle color and the other shadow color. I need to follow this more precisely though. So close. So close, but I don't like it. Turns out less wobbly if I do it fast, but if I do it fast, it doesn't always follow the line very well. Yep, no. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Follow that line. There, good. But I also want to use this color just to do some extra. Maybe I'll use a pen tool again. Do a little extra shadow, like right here where it's really facing straight down. I think it needs a little extra. How big was this brush? Oh, that'll be fine. In fact, I might want it a bigger brush, but let's try this first. Yeah, that's good. I wonder if maybe I should just use the pen tool to follow these instead of trying to draw it by hand every time. I also think I want to do right here. I want to take it all the way down and then erase. So I'm going to erase right here. How's that look? Not really using much real world logic at this point. Right now I'm just trying to make it look metallic and shiny. Make the line curve a bit to match the curve of the black line. I think that's good to be going with, and I'm going to add the highlight. I think it'll look even better. Okay, back to the pen. Oh, Kiki just sneezed. Good one, hi Kiki. My cat Kiki. I want this to be a circle, actually. So in fact, maybe I will change these two. That makes it look more the way shadows work on circular, spherical stuff. Spherical. Now here, let's go boop, boop, boop. And here too. Okay, I didn't like that last one. And that's good. Also, let me use brush tool to do a little bit more here. Right here, I'll do something too. Oh, thank you very much. I'm really just guessing right here for this gold part. I just want it to look nice and shiny, shiny, shiny. Right. Let's move this. Right there. Okay, but I want to make it a little more bigger brush. Is that good? Okay, press Control. I'm going to move this way the heck out. Stroke the path and... Oh, that's so tiny. Okay, let's try this. Let's actually move this down too. No, stroke the path. Go. Maybe I just want to do this. That's close. That's close to what I want. In fact, and then I'll do one here and come down here. Oops, I keep holding shift and I don't want to do that because it makes it go not where I want it. Okay. Let's see what this does. Maybe if I zoom out, I can tell better what the heck I'm doing. Okay, have a great dinner. I can't wait to eat my lunch. Still got 50 minutes. 50 minutes until lunchtime. Okay. Okay. What am I doing here? Okay, I'm gonna zoom all the way up. I do think I'm getting there. Maybe if I just angle it. Oops, eraser. Darn it. Okay. It was even the right size. It tricked me. Oh, yeah. Okay. Moving up. So I am going to use the pen tool to do those cool lines that make it look shiny. Make it look, oops, wrong tool. Not just shiny, but metallic. So that's what this is. This is metallic. Let's see if I can get this to match. It's pretty close. Pretty close. Maybe if I move this. Oh no, I pressed shift instead. Okay, let's do it again. Press shift. Dang it. Oh, I didn't want to move the whole thing. Okay, let's just try to stroke the back and go. Oh. It's too thick right there. But I can just erase some. There, that's what I was trying to do. Now, maybe it is easier to just do it by hand. Took longer than I thought it would. What am I trying to do here? Yeah, that's good, that's good. Do a little close. Okay. Okay. Now, these little horn things. Right there. Oh, no. Oh, let me zoom in. Yay! Now, I wanted to do more shading following these. Yeah, that looks cool, I think. It's working now. Oops, that needs to follow the angle better. I don't want that one. Like the other part though. Right here I'm gonna put more shadow. I don't want it much further down than the points. Actually, I don't want it as far down as the points of this mouth. Just tidying that up a bit. Where else? Maybe a little something like that. Ooh, yeah, like that. Let's do one right here. Oh, okay, this is a spot where the pen tool would be quite useful. Ah. Okay, make this smaller. Now. There, that's more like it. Okay. Save. Yay, I'm getting happy. I am getting happy with this. Oh. I don't know if it's because of working on these little tiny details, or if it's because I pushed myself so hard in my body combat class this morning. But I'm starting to get like stiff. Body is getting stiff. Since this is shiny, shiny gold, I'm going to do a really bright highlight color. And like usual, I'm going to start at the top instead of the bottom. Since it's highlight, I just like to start at the top. I'll zoom out a little bit actually. Bleh, 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 bleh. No. No, 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 no. What am I trying to do here? That's good. Okay, I think I can live with that. One there. That's too big. There. And maybe a little... well, I don't know. I'm kind of imagining this to be flat from here to here, so maybe there wouldn't be any extra highlight right there. Let's do something on the very tips of these. Actually, maybe that's too much. I'll just stick with that one, actually. So, like, since the light's coming down like this, maybe the very tip. I don't think there's going to be much highlight on this part. But right here, there should be. Nice big highlight right there. Maybe right here, too. Continue right there. Or is that too much? Just a little bit. No, I don't like it in the middle. But here, yeah. Okay. The highlights are always so much more fun. Okay, I'm not going to do any highlight on these two because they're so deep in this shadow area, but right here, these are only like halfway in, so I'm going to do a little bit. And I love that. I love doing that on circular things where it's the extra dark highlight is right there, and then you put the extra dark shadow, and then you put the highlight on top of it so that it's creeping into that. I love doing that. just looks so nice when you do that. Okay, so this is, again, it's not really, I think maybe only right here would be catching some light, maybe right here. Here too. So light's coming from here. Let's do this one as well. Let's save. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Shading and highlighting on that. So we're on to the final layer. I'm so happy. Okay, I need to be careful because the jewels on the swords, maybe, okay, I'm gonna make their own separate layers just so that I don't have to worry about this. I ended up making the jewels on the swords a different color than the ones on the armor. Oops, I wasn't holding shift. Oopsie, oopsie. So, I'm gonna have to line them up a bit. Okay. Control X, Control V, and now I'm gonna have to line them up again. There you go. Now, let me see. Gotta zoom way in to make sure these are lined up. Yeah, look at that, sticking out a little bit. That one looks good, but let's look at them all, or at least the majority of them. That looks good. Oh, yeah, this one is sticking out just a little bit. What about you? What about you? Okay, I think I got it lined up. I'll call this Sword Jewels. So let's rename this Armor Jewels. So I'm working on the armor jewels first, yes. So I'm going to get pretty zoomed in so I can get nice, crisp highlighting and shading. And I'm just going to do, I think I'm just going to lock the pixels. Because even though these stand out a lot because they're such a contrasting color, they are not a very big part of the picture overall. So I'm just gonna, and the shading is pretty simple. You just need to do a little dot like that, and then the highlighting all on the same layer. Let's do it really bright, so it really shines. Let's do it straight down and maybe a little dot, a little bigger dot, like an exclamation point. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, that gives it, I think that's just fine. So I'm just going to do each one the same way, well, slightly different based on the angle. So like, because the light's going to come in from here. So this one might go up a little bit higher, maybe. This one, light's coming down, so I'm not going to make it go as high, because this one's going to be like more filled with light, I feel. So give it a really big bright highlight right there. And by having the highlight the same shape as this shadow right here, it gives it the illusion of having depth because it's like a crystal, like you can look into it. It's translucent. Okay, is that all the bottom half of his body? I think so, but this one is bugging me. I don't actually... I shouldn't have this. I think that's better. Throat is still kind of groggy. I'm actually gonna do a line right there. Okay, that's good. Just don't mess with it too much. Okay, so he's got that one on his hand, and this one's gonna be different because there's the way his hand is angled. It's gonna be a lot in shadow, like right here. Let's see, I think from here to here, here. Let's make that all in shadow. Then I'm gonna put a highlight on top of that, and well, I'm gonna use my imagination to figure this out. Hopefully it looks realistic enough. Hopefully it looks believable. That's the word I'm trying to use. Not realistic. I don't necessarily want it to look realistic. I just want it to look believable. I want the shading and the highlighting to not be the main focus. So if it's believable, it won't be distracting. Okay, maybe that is good. And then for the highlight, I want to just like, okay, maybe not that far. Or maybe since it's a flat cut, maybe like that would be good. And sort of a little bit right there. Right there and right there. Does that look shiny? I want it to be shiny. Ooh. Oh, heck yeah. That's just fine. Regardless of how such a jewel would actually work out in this lighting situation, I think that it's believable. It's that believable goal that I have. It's good enough. Oh yeah, I really like it. Swing back over here and I'm like, ooh, yay. Where else? Ah, over here. These are somewhat at an angle, in my mind. This one, at least. This one, as it curves with the shoulder, is more facing the viewer. But since this one's at an angle, that's why I'm putting the shadow down there. This one can be more centered since it's more directly facing. And now this one is going to be having some extra shadow here, thanks to the cloak. The cloak is going to be casting its own shadow, but no, I don't like that. It's still going to have a highlight, because it's still a shiny jewel, so it should still be catching in the smallest amount of light. Sort of the same thing over here, but since it's not as shaded by like this big neck thing or whatever like the other one, it's not going to have as much shadow. Then having this highlight go back here as if it's going behind this. Oh my gosh, I never did this part of the cloak. I'm going to have to go back and do that. I'm glad I noticed. I totally forgot about that there was cloak on the top too. Almost done with these though, so finish this first. I don't like that. That. Okay, is that all these jewels? I want to go back to the cloak as soon as possible, but I want to finish what I was doing. That's all the armor jewels. I guess the only one I don't really like is this one. I think has too much highlight. Let's cut that back a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, now before I forget, I need to get back to the cloak layer. Wow. Can't believe I totally forgot that. It's because I was sleepy. That was the first thing I worked on today. I was just too tired to pay attention. I even thought in my head when I first started, don't forget to do that part. And I forgot. I'm taking care of it now. I'm getting a little bit of a headache today. Just suddenly coming on. Dang headache. That looks good. A little bit here to show the thickness of this fabric. Now this side, I think it'll be a great deal of it will be in shadow because of this big thing here. My eyes are kind of watering too. I wonder, this thing is so big. Maybe it would even be casting a shadow onto this side. Yeah, like that. Like that. That's good. Maybe do a little something here. Because these are coming from just the ambient light. Since they're not blocked on this side. Okay, switch to the darker color. Should definitely be up in here. Maybe a bit down there. And a little bit here, maybe. Oh wait, maybe not that far. Just right there. As it goes back in between this neck guard thing and his hair. Over here, I don't know if we need much of this dark, extra dark color. Maybe just right here. Quick, let's save. I think I'm just checking out the cloak now to make sure that the part that I missed before looks alright with the rest of it. Oh, I can't believe I didn't notice that all this time. It's because this guy is so complicated. There's so many lines and stuff. It's easy to get lost. Okay, this is truly the last layer. Sword jewels. And I need to remember, I'm going to do them first so I don't forget. Let's just lock this layer. I need to remember these little ceremonial swords. Let's make it really dark. And for this color, nice bright highlight. Okay. And 200%. Go on to this side. Yeah, I'm so happy. I am so glad that this blue, these couple of blue colors ended up working out once I got the shading down. Because I just wasn't sure. But now that I've done all this, I'm happy with all of the colors. Oh, blast it. Did I not? Oh. This one I didn't get. Let me make sure I got them all. Which ones did I copy onto their own layer? Sword jewels. Yep, I just missed this little eyeball. Okay, I gotta make sure to put it back on the right layer, or else if I come back to this in the future, then I will forget that I have this one little mess up. Let's line this back up. That looks good. Need to Control E will add it, merges the layers together. There we go. There we go. Now back to 200%. Oops, I need my little brush. Now the shadow's going to be way down here because the light's coming from up here. Actually, maybe there'll be a little bit extra shadow. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that. Let's just do it like this. And it makes it stand out so good. Moving on down this sword. I'm going to try not to highlight too much on these ones, because they're in a really shadowy area. I don't like what I did there. Maybe like that. Just a little bit. And since the round end is facing the light, I will give it a nice little dot right there. And a little bit down along the body. Last two. Oops, not that thick, just a little bit. Smaller. There. No, just a little bit smaller. Just a little bit smaller. Zoom out, let's look at it. And also save. Wow, I like how even on the, oh, it just covered it. I was gonna say, even on the big sword, it's still, the highlighting shading still makes a difference overall, even when you zoom out. I almost hit save again because I'm like, I'm done. I'm done, I want to save it. I'm just going to look it over from top to bottom and make sure I'm not missing anything though. I don't think there was anything that I could have missed, like with the cloak, with the shoulders of the cloak. Trying to look at every single jewel, make sure there's not one that I neglected. I don't think so though. Well, that means finally, years after I first started on these 10 characters, I'm finally done. I can't even explain how tough and how long this project has been. Okay, so, well, I'm done with the character, but I still need to, oh wait, that was the right folder. I still need to give this guy a background. So let's take it from this one. And since I still have 15 minutes in my stream window, I should at least have time to put these 4 in a picture together. So what I'm doing, man, these two look really cool. It's because they're my favorite colors. Okay, so I'm gonna copy the top color and copy the bottom color. And I'll just minus him for now. So we can close the color folder. I'll call this background. And we gradient tool, make sure it's on this linear gradient. Top. Oops. And hold shift. And pull it all the way down to the bottom. Yeah, now he has the same background. And I can't remember for sure, but I think these last four, I gave them a slightly different color background than the other ones. The first 6. Okay, let's save them again. Save them again. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I'm finally done. This was so hard. This was one of the hardest projects I've ever worked on. Doing 10 characters all in as one package. Okay, now, first let me see. He is about, let's just say 4,500 pixels wide. So 1,600. Let's just make an image that's 1,600. No, 16,000 wide, and he's 7,000. Let's just say 16,000. Okay, Photoshop. I'm really gonna tax you right now. Let's see if you can handle it. I'm not gonna name it anything yet. So 16,000 pixels wide, 7,000 pixels tall, 600, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, in order for it to fit, it has to be at 6%. It's super tiny. So, I did save this. So now I'm gonna do a duplicate because I don't want to mess anything up. I don't want to mess anything up on this. Just thought of something though. I wonder if I was signing any of these, like putting my signature on them. I'm gonna open an old one. Might take it forever to open though. There's the first guy I ever did. Nah, I don't see my signature anywhere. Yeah, look at that. I did. I remembered correctly. So I gave the last 4 a warmer color, background color, and the first 6 have a cooler color. But I don't need you anymore. Okay. Back to this guy. Now I've made a duplicate. Yeah, I'm just going to close this for now, this file. And I want to flatten, or no, I don't want to do that. I want to turn off all the background stuff. And now flatten. Oops. Image. No. Maybe here. No, maybe here. Where the heck? There it is. Flatten image. Yes. Discard. Oh, but I don't want a white background. Okay. Can't do that. I need to just merge this stuff. Control E. There. Now I can drag this over. Aw, would you look at him? There he is. And he's the, like, noble ones. Although what I was doing was by height. On the last set, I did the tallest people on the outside and the shortest people on the inside. Okay, done with that. So I already got this guy open. I don't want to ruin, I don't want to accidentally save or something over the original file. So, make a duplicate of this as well. And close that one so it's safe. Turn everything off and, oh, wait. Select those and Control E. There, now drag him over too. There you are. Look at you two together. It's so great. Okay. Oh wait, I'm just gonna minus that in case I need it. Okay, now I need to open the other two from this group. I think that's this guy and this guy, yes. You can do it, Photoshop. I'm asking a lot from it. There we go. Okay, duplicate. That's interesting how we, or how I, anyway, if it's a verb, I say duplicate, but if it's a noun, I say duplicate. Just thinking out loud. Okay. No. Control E. Wait, what? Oh, why does this still have a white background? Okay. Control Z. What am I doing? Oh. What? Why? No. For some reason, this was drawn on a white layer instead of on a clear layer. What to do about that? Makes things tougher. Okay, I'm gonna have to just drag. So I will merge this group, but I'm just gonna have to drag these together and keep these. I'm gonna link these because that's the only way to get it to be clear. I gotta keep this line art layer a separate layer so that it can stay on this multiply option. Huh, I wonder why I did that. It's a mystery. It's lost to the past. There's just no way to ever know anymore. Because I did the lines for this so long ago. So long. Okay, duplicate that and hit OK and close the original. This guy I did right. I must have just made a mistake. Okay, I need to do all of that. And Control E. Drag it over. Personally, this guy I think is my actual favorite because I like how he's more simple. I don't know. I like how his armor turned out. And this jacket thing is cool. It's not like a normal cloak. Okay. Let's get some sort of. That would be good. So I'm gonna put that right there. These are not named who they are. Okay. First, I'm gonna see who the heck is the tallest. Line these up with this little guideline. These guys are mostly same height, so now I'm just thinking maybe I shouldn't do it by height. Maybe I should just do it by like color or complexity, because like these guys are so detailed. This guy is super simple. This guy is more detailed but still simpler than these. This guy is just huge too. He's just massive. I do think at least I'm gonna start by cropping because I don't need it to be this big after all. cut up a little of that excess. Maybe I can make this, yes, can make it larger. Yeah, what to do with this guy? He doesn't really fit in well with the others. So maybe I should put him in the middle. Okay. So this guy I'm feeling... I'll hold down shift so that he moves along this line. I'm feeling him on that side. So maybe if I put him on the inside... Oh, maybe if I stagger these red and black colors in between these not red and black colors. I don't know. These ones are really hard to make them work together. Just thinking how, like, this guy stands out so much because he was supposed to have blue tinted armor. Okay, let me move him in. Even though he's supposed to be like, it makes more sense for him to be on the outside because he's supposed to be like a, he's like a tank, obviously, you can see that. I'm still not happy. Okay. If put this guy on this side and this guy actually comes, maybe he goes all the way in. Let's try him right there. This one here. Okay, maybe what I need to do is look at gonna open the character reference sheet for these guys. The computer's going super slow. You can do it, PC, you can do it. Man, it is taking forever to open this file. It's just a text file. It's having such a hard time. Come on, you can do it. Okay, here we go. I just want to see if maybe there's some relationship between the characters that would make it make more sense where each person goes. Because like I feel that this guy right here, this Varin Blackthorn, like it says employer, comma, noble. So I think he's the boss of at least a couple of these other characters. Doesn't really say who he's the boss of though. It says he knows he is the boss and so do they. So maybe he's just the boss of the whole group. So Severo, this guy. Oh, it literally says Severo stands at Varin's right side and is honor bound to protect him. So hey, what the heck? Good idea, me. Okay, so at Varin's right side. So his right side is my left side. So this guy needs to come over here. Alright. Let's move him over. Alright, what about the relationship of everybody else? Let's see. So with this guy, the only other character mentioned in his description is actually one of the first group that I did a while ago, that I already finished a while ago. The first group of 6 Druchii. So I think with this group of 4 characters, it doesn't really matter where he goes. Let's see. This last guy, Elysian. Reading to see if this says anything about him. He's a magic wielding thief. But yeah, it doesn't really... So I guess it sort of... Actually though, now that I've reversed these 2 placements, I kind of like how they're lined up now. So I think I'm going to stick with that. Now I want to... Oops, I'm in the wrong layer. I want to... Let's see. So actually, I think I'm going to make this guy stand a little closer to him. And this guy... It's like this one is, with his dang hook there, he takes up so much room, but it looks like too much empty space in between. But I sort of wanted to give everyone their own space and not be overlapping or anything. So maybe I'll just crop it some more. Not quite that close, I don't think. Okay, I'm running over my window. I'm running into lunchtime, so I really want to... Okay, I can close this one. And I can close all the rest of these. The last thing I need to do... Oh wait, I'm gonna keep one of these open actually. Because what I want to do, I just wanted to close the other one so that my computer didn't have to try so hard. I need to open the final version of the first 6 characters that I made. Hopefully Photoshop doesn't crash or anything. This is absolutely the biggest file. I think it might be my biggest Photoshop file ever. Yeah, almost there. You can do it. There we go. So what I needed was this pattern overlay. wonder. So what I wanted to do here was turn this back on. Okay, I'm gonna open this guy again. Yeah. So this is colors match. So I'm gonna draw from the same copy from this little corner here. Or maybe right here. Because I need to do a background for this one. Background layer. Call it background. And then, let's see, first let's clear the guides. And then get the gradient tool and do the same thing as I've done with the individual pictures. Yeah. And all I wanted this one for is to copy this. Not onto there though, onto this. That looks cool though. Having that damask pattern on him. That's not what I wanted to do though. Yes! Yes! So now it matches this one. But they've got their different, warmer background color to show that they were a different group. Okay, I can close this now. And I can close this. Save changes. No, it's just a copy. Alright, let's save. Last 4. I'll just call this final. Yeah. Woo! It's a big file too. All right. Oh, it hadn't even finished. It was just generating full-size composite. I don't know exactly what that means, but it hadn't even saved yet. Come on. Yeah. Okay, sweet. Officially, I am done. I am done with 10 Druchii Warhammer characters. I don't even know how many years it took me, actually, because it did take me years. So when I was commissioned to do this, I was still working a full-time job outside of art. So I'm so happy. I'm so happy that it's done. So, it's well after 12:30 my time now, so stream window's over. Thanks for joining me, Demonocron. I don't know if you got back from dinner yet, but it was great to chat with you a bit again today. Thanks for watching.